Alright, I'm going with your sound, so easy on the talking. Alright, we're ready to go now. We're in our first match here. It's going to be Team 1 versus Team 4. And we'll kind of start running through all of these teams as they join in, and kind of recall that there will be a little bit of a delay starting up here just because of the game joining system. So they're going to wait for everyone to get in, and then they will restart the match. So the first one's just kind of a little bit of a warm-up. Kind of running through it. Zero Mata's team so far is just him and Kuryoku. On the flip side, Bongan, Teki, and Novus so far. Bongan was the captain of that team. Zero Mata, the captain, is right here. And again, if we look through, this will be a straight-up domination-type match. We'll kind of run through the map here a little bit. See if we can get a... I don't think there's a key. Is there a key to get a full map overview, by chance? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure there isn't.
We'll kind of just take a look at over the overhead here. This is Seaport, right?
This is offshore.
Offshore, yeah.
Seaport is Call of Duty?
I don't know what they're all called. I won't lie. The map is offshore. It's a little oil refiner. We're kind of taking around the outside look here of all the domination sites. Coming into bomb site, we won't say bomb site, domination site C. We'll just call them site C. Interesting thing about these different sites, there are these windows around the outside. Someone could check. There is this little port right here, a little bit of a defending spot right there, all the way through. So it will take a little bit of control for someone to come in and hold this spot. It'll be pretty easy, defending-wise. Not too bad, because they have to go pretty much around the entire outside of the map, or they come up the middle here, which is an easy place to defend. So a little bit of stuff there going through. The other entrances towards the back, as we can see right here. But again, coming through, there is a long hallway for you to go through, so should be an interesting way to see how people are going to strategize and try to take spots. Again, it is just a PUG, so it's not a full-on scrim, so that's one thing to consider. We'll kind of go back out and take the outside look again as people coming into Site C, which is one of the spawn areas. A lot of little interesting battle areas here we can see. Here's a control point here. And for those of you who do not know the game, there are these little outpost tabs right here. This is what they look like. And you can load out with a bunch of different things. You can get a health upgrade, restoring your health, or you can restore your armor, or just regular ammunitions. You can also get a flamethrower, rocket launcher, or a total war mech. We'll kind of get through that as the game goes a little bit further on. Those come into play though, and then you get points based on kills and captures and stuff like that, and you can spend that in game as people freely will. So coming in around the site C, a little difficult. I mean, there's only one real entrance. Coming back around, there's a nice little battle area here. Lots of nades probably drop down in that for anyone who's trying to take a look at it. You can also go around the back side here from the B site. We'll take a look at B right now as we go into this middle section. It's kind of a cluster as far as we look at it. It's 3 different levels, I believe, maybe even 4. No, I think it's just the 3 different levels, and the site is all the way closer to the top here. And this is one of those areas that I personally always get lost in. I never exactly know how to get out of here, because the only way to exit, I'm pretty sure, is from the bottom area, the very first floor. So the 3rd floor is just getting you some extra height advantage if you want to take a look out. And as you can see across a lot of different points of the map right now. You can even take a quick look. You can see mostly over into Site A. So that's kind of Area B. It's an interesting spot. The domination carrier spot, the site is actually on the 2nd floor, so maybe a key defending spot would be up top, as someone can sit up here and watch that pretty easily. We'll definitely see how teams decide to utilize this middle point. It is routinely the site that gets fought over the most, as it is obviously in the central part of the map. We'll take a look downstairs, if I can find my way down, and we'll go back over to Site A. Again, more sites here that are big battle spots. You can kind of see that through here, trying to get to bomb site. Sorry, I keep saying bomb site. Domination site B. Site A, very, very similar to what's going on over at Site C. It is just this giant entryway across the round here. You can go up the front or you can go in the back, so it's pretty much a symmetrical site there as far as how you're getting in. So really it's a kind of a symmetrical map. It does look a little bit different, obviously, and the pathways are a little bit different trying to get into Site A over here. This map is not being played. Wow, thanks for letting me know that.
Yeah, sorry man. It's the way the game's set up, since the private servers aren't fully functioning right now. That's going to be one of the next things that come out with the patch. Basically, the only way we can do this is once all players get in here, which I think we got all players in here right now, the game's just going to end. We're going to cap all the points, and then the next map will be completely random, and we'll go from there, and then so on and so on.
All right, cool. Things that I wish I knew.
But hey, man, that was a great overview.
Yeah, it was a great run through, right? You liked that, huh?
It was, dude. I was pretty impressed, you know.
I liked it.
I actually never have spectated before, and
the spectate option is actually is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get all the way up
first person?
I don't think there's a way to get all the way up here, is there? No, these are just graphic models. Okay. I'm right now. I'm just chilling in this free view, running around the map. So we're just waiting for this timer to go out here in 3 minutes, a little bit of a warm-up, and we'll get to probably and most likely a different map, even though we ran through that one real quick. We'll kind of take a look at some gameplay real fast, and we'll take a look at who's got what to offer.
Well, before we get started here, too, let's talk about Incline TV.
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you tell us what that's about?
Yeah, Incline TV. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've never really had the vehicle to do it, mostly because my computer hasn't been very great, and me getting involved in the casting scene has been a little bit more difficult than I would have liked it to be. But, I mean, Incline TV is going to be a new community for casters trying to make a breakout, bringing any type of game that anyone wants to cast, as long as you prove that you're not a total moron and you are professional about how you go about casting whatever game you want to. We would be more than welcome to give people a shot at it. As we can see, I mean, obviously I have a lot of interest in a lot of different games, so I've casted a bunch so far. The first big thing that I just last casted was Arctic Combat, a different FPS game that the Cyber Sports Network is trying to bring up, and I thought I'd offer my services there as far as casting instead of competitively playing, as you know, I'm getting to the point now where, you know, the competitive gaming scene is just a little past me. I don't really have the time to sit around and put hours into a game to get super good at it, and I still want to be around the community. I know a lot of people who still work around and play around the free-to-play FPS scene, so that was kind of where my first insight into working around the casting scene went, and you know, CSN kind of gave me a little bit of a break there with Arctic Combat, and trying to work my magic around casting a bunch of different things. And the buddy I co-founded with, his name's Josh No Dice Carrig. He's a competitive StarCraft player, and he's played a lot of FPS games, and he's been really good at those. And we're actually both looking forward to starting a educational StarCraft series. It's going to be called How to StarCraft, which is pretty much just, you know, some things we can give pointers and tips, and we'll run through some gameplay decisions of what to and what not to do for low-level League players, as you know, a lot of the plateau aspect, and a lot of people who do watch these streams are players who sit below the Grandmaster's ladder, obviously. So that was kind of our idea. We both wanted to be casting for a while, and you know, it's just so hard to break out into the casting scene, especially for a game that's as well saturated as StarCraft is. But we think that we're trying to bring something new to the table. Obviously, it's kind of for our own little personal enjoyment, but at the same time, you know, both of us being pretty strong competitive players in a variety of games, we're just trying to help the competitive learning curve go up. And it doesn't matter what the game. So we figured we'd start something as a casting program, casting organization, and we decided to call it Incline TV. And we do have our own Twitch stream up and ready to go, with some fine details being laid out. So if there's anyone out there who's, you know, trying to get their shot at casting and wants to join in and do their own thing even, or if they have an idea for a series they want to cast on either like League of Legends or Heroes of New Earth or StarCraft or whatever, they're more than welcome to shout us out and, get a look at it. But we're looking to make our impact felt as far as, giving a spot for casters to make a name for themselves and also to come together and share their experience with other people. So that's kind of what Incline TV is all about. But so far, it's going pretty well. I can't complain at all. I have a feeling that it's gonna take off a little bit in front of our eyes, but we'll see. As looks like we're about 40 seconds into the next domination map, and I will go. And it's going to be on Vertigo actually, so I'm going to go through and do a little bit of a run through real quick of the actual map. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But it's good to have you here casting. For a while there, I thought I was going to be casting this one by myself, and, my background isn't super extensive in this game, so I'm glad you're both here, Ben. Long old-time friend here.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Wouldn't have any other way.